Oh, okay. You can make it. Yeah, well, I said I did. Oh, okay, you need to. Okay. I have to decide. Oh, yeah. And then you keep something.
I talked about
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get started.
got it.
Good morning. My name is Andrew, and I would like to welcome you to today's service. We will begin our service with opening meditation, followed by number 2. Please join me in placing your hands together in Gassho.
Wami Davidson.
Namami Davidson.
Nama Wami Davidson. Nama Wami Davidson. Nama. Nama.
Welcome to Alicia Delgado. Thank you for joining us today. Hope to see you often. Please rise for the singing of the Gatha, Morning Gatha, verses 1 through 3 on page 184 of the service book.
Three treasures. Hard is it to be born into human life, now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One, now we hear it. If we do not deliver ourselves in the present life, no hope is there that we shall be free from suffering and sorrow in the ocean of birth and death. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of your way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves your supreme will. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord in your life of harmony, in a spirit of universal brotherhood, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriads of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Wami Davidson. Namo Wami Davidson. Namo Wami Davidson. Namo.
Please join in the chanting of the Gatha Solo Shin Git on pages 39 to 44 in the service book. During the sutra chanting, we will have a shoko or incense offering by the following: Dharma, school student Carter Uemura, and adult Peggy Martin.
Shoujo kangi chie go. Unanaji shoko. Shonichina ko shoji se. Nisai jo osho. Om Namyo Shoujo. Shi 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 kani. Roto shodai. Vishi etsuyo anjoju. Yorai shoi koshuse. Yui setsuida onantai. Gojo gakushi jurokai. Oshi no rai no jitsugo. Tsuichine iaishi. Buddham ono rokune ka. Onjo gyaku no saikyu. Yoshushi Naishi Seshushi Ojo Shoko Ino Suihanu Onai Shinzo Shi
We will now listen to the Dharma message by Reverend Candace Shibata. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for your attendance this morning, and thank you everybody for signing on online. And this Dharma message, my talk for today, was actually inspired by Reverend Motoyoshi. And so luckily she's joining us today, and it was inspired because she had mentioned to me that she wanted to offer our Dharma school students Year of the Rabbit, little trinkets that her sister actually made by herself. And they're little rabbit statues. I believe there's some maybe cards. And then I don't know if the other one is it a notebook?
No, just whatever, hang it.
Oh, for hanging?
Display.
Oh, okay, for hanging. So, Dharma school students, before you go to your classes, please accept a gift from Reverend Motoyoshi that were made by her sister. And so many of you know that the Year of the Rabbit is today, or this year's zodiac symbol. And it reminds me of my friend Lana, as well as rabbits are one of her favorite things. But if you know me, I'm the year of the horse, but my favorite animal are monkeys. I'm not sure why, but I still have this monkey that my mother's mother, so my maternal grandmother, gave me, and it's probably 40 plus years old, but I still secretly have it at my house too, as a form of comfort. And so maybe what we can think about this tale that I wanted to share with you is a Jataka tale, and I know many of you have heard them before, and you probably heard this specific one. However, Jataka tales are stories in which we can learn about different concepts in Buddhism and things regarding morality and our conduct during the historical time of Shakyamuni Buddha. And so we know Shakyamuni Buddha as the Buddha who lived in India more than 2,500 years ago. And so this is about a very selfless rabbit and the Indian god Shakra. And so this god that we are referring to is also known as the god of Indra. And so if you can imagine, when we talk about Indra, you might think of Indra's net or this example of interconnection. And so when you think about a net, you can think about jewels and each little part of the net, and they're all connected. And if you can imagine maybe like a spider web, and so every little vibration or anything that happens in that particular spider web is felt throughout the web itself too. And so when we think about Indra's net, we think about jewels in the middle of each of these connected webs, representing each and every one of us as well. And we shine so brightly with our uniqueness and our own personalities and things like that. But if you can imagine, each jewel kind of shines on each other. And so this is an example of this interdependence that we talk about in Buddhism. And so we can imagine thinking about this particular rabbit, and we know this as the moon rabbit, so another Jataka tale. And so this tale involves a monkey, my favorite animal, an otter, a jackal, and a rabbit. And so they wanted to practice charity on the day of this full moon. However, when they gathered together, they saw an old man who was asking for food. And so they referred to this person as a beggar. So poor beggar, they thought, he looks hungry and he doesn't have any food, so let's give him some food. So first, again, thinking about each of the qualities of these different animals, first the monkey plucked some fruits from the trees and he brought these fruits and laid them in front of this old man who needed food. Next, the otter collected some fish and brought it to this older man. And the jackal, it says that he was too lazy to find something that this individual could eat. So he caught the first animal that he could, a lizard, and placed it in front of the man along with some water that he offered him. So the rabbit didn't really know what to give to this old individual who needed help. He was not good at catching animals or catching fish, nor could he climb up trees to get maybe some fruits or some vegetation. But he only knew how to gather grass. So remember, animals like the rabbit, they eat grass and different things, maybe some leafy vegetables. But he understood that humans didn't eat grass. So he just sat in the corner, very unhappy. Suddenly he remembered that humans like to eat rabbit meat. And so he got very excited and very pleased that he could help this individual. And so he jumped into the fire that was presented in front of the old man. Oh, but what was this? So the fire, it didn't burn the rabbit, to everybody's surprise. And the old man revealed himself as the Shakra, this ruler of gods. So just imagine being in India, the different gods of India at that time. And he said to the rabbit, "You've been very selfless." And touched by the rabbit's selflessness and true virtue, he drew this likeness of the rabbit and the moon. And so for all of us, as it says, henceforth for all ages, all those who look at the moon, you will see the shape of the rabbit in the moon, and you'll remember the kindness and the selflessness of this particular rabbit. So how many of you have heard this as young individuals and even looked at the moon to try to see the outline of the rabbit? You have. And so I think many of us, we can think of maybe this particular rabbit, we think of lucky rabbit's foot for good luck that I still remember this young person had in grade school. He would always have it on his backpack. But I think many of us can look at the selflessness of this particular being, but also look at the good deeds that the other animals did try to do. But remember too that this particular God really represents this interdependence and how we really are interconnected and how important that is in our lives, in our daily lives, our professional lives, and how much we do rely upon other people. And so hopefully this particular year that we all have good health and good opportunities to be together with family and friends. And hopefully when you think of the rabbit in the moon, that you'll think of the selfless people in your life who allow you to live your one and only life as best as you can. And of course, we do want to thank Reverend Motoyoshi and her dear sister for their selflessness and donating these wonderful little trinkets to all of us as well. So to conclude my Dharma message, will you please join me in question? Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Please rise for singing the song of farewell on page 156 of the service, but followed by the recitation of our pledge on the inside back cover of the service book. Strong Our pledge. Breaking out of my shell, I will share a warm smile and sweet, gentle words, just like the kind Buddha. Not becoming lost in my greed, anger, and ignorance, I shall think and act with an open mind, just like the calm and peaceful Buddha. Not putting myself first, I will share in the joy and sadness of others, just like the compassionate Buddha. Realizing the gift of life I have received, I shall strive to live each day to its fullest, like the Buddha who tirelessly works to liberate all. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu.
Good morning. So now we have the announcements. Every time I play that song, I think about how many years I've been playing that. I think I've been playing that song for over 45 years now. It's crazy. Every drama school sings that song. So please join us for Nirvana Day service on February 12th. We will begin at 10 a.m. Who is our guest?
It's another.
Oh, it's a surprise. Our guest speaker is a surprise. So, but please join us at a very important service. Sunday, February 5th is Yava's famous baked potato sale. Still only $8 a ticket. They're on sale. Please see Fred. He's in the foyer. Reverend Shibata's online book club will meet again on February 22nd at 6:30 p.m. The current read is Buddhism of the Heart. It's available on Amazon if you haven't purchased it yet. Please email Reverend Shibata or contact the office if you're interested in the link. So all seniors, our 2023 scholarship packets will be available in March. So be sure to be ready to fill it out and apply for those wonderful scholarships. Our home and hospital visitation is scheduled for April 8th. If you know of someone who would appreciate a visit, please notify the temple by March 15th. The Sangha Club continues collection of aluminum bottles and aluminum cans and recyclable plastic bottles. Donations may be left by the white bin under the carport. Please help keep those recyclable bottles and cans out of our landfills while supporting one of our youth organizations. And they're doing quite well. So we can even make them do better if we bring it in. For those of you that attended last week's service, to congratulate Reverend Motoyoshi on her retirement and welcome Reverend Shibata. There was a table that had real pretty pages for you to write a message. So if you were not in attendance, couldn't make it, or if you didn't have a chance to write one, please see Candy. She would love to include your message in those books that will go to the veterans. Our Ogoan 2023, we have some chairs that have been working very hard for many, many years to create what we know pre-pandemic and to keep us going during that pandemic. And they will be taking a well-deserved break. So this means this falls on the VP of Special Events, which happens to be me. So there is a 2023 committee that is in the works trying to figure out what we can do for this year. And then we're going to try to create a new infrastructure for 2024. I know there's a lot of people out there with expertise and hidden talents. We need you to come forward. We need your help now. So if you could please contact me. And if you don't have my contact information, just leave a message with Nicole in the office, or if you want my email, you can contact her. I just hesitate to give it out now because this is being posted on the internet. Okay. Just like Reverend Shibata was talking about Indra's net of jewels, we need all of you jewels out there, you shiny people, to help out and make sure that we have a good net so we can recapture that essence of Stockton's of Bazaar, okay? This year, we will be bringing back the Odori for sure. This is a very important part of the Obon celebration. It's really secondary to our fundraising efforts, although that tends to be the push because we need to keep everything here going and it's nice. So again, please contact me. I'm looking forward to comments, guidance, whatever you can lend. I'm looking for that, and I will be reaching out to the committee members to try to find out where they were at. And we will try to put something really beautiful for you together this year, and then even more so for 2024. Okay, are there any other announcements? Mike, Shivana, and those of you in internet land, this goes to you too, so please contact me if you have anything you can lend.
Following today's service, coffee hour will be in the gym social room. 11:30, there will be a Yaba meeting in the social room. At 12 noon, there's Stockton JCL is having an installation luncheon with Stockton JCL, French Camp JCL, and Rhode Island JCL.
Thank you, Mike, I missed a lot. Are there any other announcements?
Please observe good etiquette and do not enter the aisle before the room from you. Those students who do not offer incense before the service are asked to do so before leaving the hall.